Here is a quick guide on how to use sounds in Phantom Forces. Let's start. First up, know your footsteps, and this may sound a bit weird, but it's because footsteps have a very special mechanic in this game, right? They change noise based on whose footsteps it is, right? This, for example, is the footsteps of your teammate, right? And they sound quite normal. Although this right here is the footsteps of your enemies, and you might notice they sound different, alright? Not only do they make a different sound, but they're also louder, which is very helpful when identifying whether or not you are hearing your teammates' footsteps or if you're hearing your enemy's footsteps. Next up, use materials to your advantage. This is because different materials make different sounds when being run on, alright? For example, this is the sound that plays when you run on grass, this is the sound that plays when you run on wood, and this right here is the sound that plays when you run on concrete. Now, every material has a different sound, and this is very useful for further locating the enemy. Let's take some examples. Here we have a nice bit of terrain along with some buildings, and we can quite clearly hear that there's an enemy walking around. Although, well, it's simple. He's actually running inside this building, and he's running right here, and I know that because he's running on wood, which is a very recognizable sound. Once again, we have a nice bit of terrain along with some buildings, and we can once again hear that an enemy is walking around. This time I know that he's running around the back of the oil tank, since the foundation of the oil tank is made of concrete, and I can actually hear him running on that specific material. Also, listen to the sounds of your enemy's guns, alright? This is because it can help you determine what kind of weapon your enemy is using, which is very useful, alright? For example, right here I can hear the enemy is using a BFG-50, and since this is very close range, I don't really have anything to fear, and it's therefore gonna be easy for me to peek the corner and win a fight with him. Although in this scenario right here, I can hear he's using a full auto M16-like weapon, therefore it would be a lot more dangerous for me to peek him, since his type of weapon is a lot more suited for this range, resulting in me being more likely to die if I battle him. I therefore just run away. And at last, abuse the fuck out of surround sound. Alright, okay, your headset might not have it, but if it does, alright, use it. Because if an enemy on your left makes a noise, a normal headset will just play it on both sides of your headset, but a surround sound headset can actually play the sound to specifically your left or right ear based on where that sound actually comes from. And this is very useful for determining if an enemy you are hearing is coming from the left or the right. And yeah, that's about it. I hope this was helpful. Also check out this guy right here, he's pretty fucking good at the game. I've left a link to his channel in the description, and otherwise, see ya.